Hi, welcome to the President's Podcast at Austin Community College. I am Jessica Bass here with our President CEO, Dr. Richard Rhodes. Hi, Dr. Rhodes.
Hi, Jessica.
I'm excited to be here.
This is a great day.
It's a great day.
Yes.
We have great guests with us today, and we're in a new space for your President's Podcast.
Yes.
So
this is amazing space, too.
I love it, too.
I love it.
We are in the ACCTV studio. So for anyone who listens to our podcast on SoundCloud or any of our other platforms, you also can watch it on ACCTV, and that's where we are right now in the new studios. And we are here with our guests to talk about something near and dear to your heart, scholarships. Our guests today are Jim Koerner, our chair of the ACC Foundation Board.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi. We also have Sophia Monetti, one of our ACC Student Scholarship recipients.
Hi, Jessica.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
And also Kirby Baird with SpawGlass, the president of the Austin office.
Thanks, Jessica. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you all with us. Thank you. Dr. Rhodes, scholarships for you are something that you keep seeing an emphasis on. It's the importance of making college affordable and so many different pathways to make that happen.
Yeah, you know, the greatest thing about scholarships is the fact that it's an investment in a person's life, in a student's life. You know, unlike like a Pell Grant, you know, it's an entitlement program sponsored by the federal government. But a scholarship means that somebody has invested money in order for a student to be successful and to have a career and to achieve their dreams. And that's why I get so excited about it, because if you take a look at the difference it makes in persistence, that's all it needs. You know, students just need a little bit of extra help financially to get across the finish line. And that's what we see at ACC. And so it's a great day. You know, as a president, there's two times during the year that I really get excited, and that is one is when we can award scholarships to students, because we know that they're going to cross the finish line if they get a scholarship. And the second time is actually when they're crossing the finish line and graduating, and we're up on the stage and they're walking across the stage to get their diploma. And we are glad to have you here, Sophia.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Just to piggyback off of what you just said, just the scholarships are so amazing. It's not only is it allowing me to not have that financial burden of just paying for college and all of that. It's just incredible, because it just gives you like a little extra push, and it makes you realize wow, like someone invested in me, and that's going towards my future, and it's incredible. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you know, I remember just a few weeks ago we had a meeting with a local company, and Jim Koerner was at the meeting, and the people from the company asked Jim, you know, why are you active on the foundation board? And when he gave his testimony as to why he's excited about the foundation board for ACC, I almost broke out into tears.
Oh, please. Well, thank you, Dr. Rhodes. I'm so pleased to meet you, Sophia, because a lot of the work the foundation does, we're volunteers, we're out in the community talking to businesses and individuals about what it takes to help a student be successful. And we love ACC, and we get to meet students every once in a while who are actually the recipient of the scholarships and hear their stories. And that's the point I think I was trying to make, was that's the emotional connection that I get. And all of our donors, and I know Kirby will talk about this, all our donors get is a connection to the college that's real and visceral by a student, their investment in the student, seeing a student succeed. You mentioned it. Students who get scholarships from us are 4 times more likely to graduate. They take more classes, they have higher GPAs, they persist, go semester to semester at a much higher rate. And that means to the community that there are more high qualified workers available in the marketplace. And that really resonates with companies that we talk to. So I get really excited when I meet a student who's on our scholarships. It's really exciting for us. Rewarding.
You know, and I've always been impressed. Kirby and SpawGlass have been supporting ACC and our students for a long time. And, you know, their investment. And so, Kirby, why do you get excited about investing in students?
It's great. I mean, the stories what Jim said, we have a saying in our company, says we don't just build buildings, we build people. One of the things we want to do is give back to the community. And so starting with the ACC Student Emergency Fund. I mean, that's a great cause. It's I think we all can't find it anywhere else. It's such a neat deal. But then here in the stores, and Sophia, just watch you, just how you just, that last conversation you had, you were so excited. I mean, it's neat. You get to be able to see that. So we're very excited about helping.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned emergency aid, because, you know, sometimes scholarships go even beyond paying for tuition and paying for fees, but taking a look at, you know, a student gets partway through the semester and life gets in the way and something happens, car breaks down, you know, books are stolen or something happens, can't pay the utility bill, and they just need a little help, a little push, and that's where that emergency fund comes in. Is to help them make it through the rest of that semester, rather than to face that hard choices. You know, I've just got to drop out. I just, you know, I can't get my car fixed. I can't get to class, and so they just need that help. Sophia, you were telling us that you've been able to take some dual credit classes.
Yes.
Before you graduated from high school, and you graduated in June.
Yes, I graduated in June. I took dual credit classes for my senior year, and my senior year only. And I took 5 classes, and it was an incredible experience because, like, I got the full college experience because you're in college. But without, I mean, it's free. It's completely free, and it's so easy to register for. And I wish I had enrolled in my classes earlier, like freshman, sophomore, junior year. I was just thinking about it. I was like, I could have had so many hours under my belt by now. But all that aside, I did get to take those my senior year, and it was amazing. So it's a great program.
So can you tell us, everybody who's listening, so what are your dreams?
So I have been interested in fashion since I was late middle school, early high school, and just everything about the industry like completely fascinated me. I started working for a women's clothing company as my first job when I was 16, and it's a very small company, so everything happens in-house. So everything from designing the clothes to sending the samples back and forth to just marketing the items, everything happens in-house, shipping it out. And so just getting to be there and see everything happen, I was like, I want to be part of this. So I was like, okay, I don't know where to start. All my friends were going and applying to these big universities and things, and I was like, that's not really for me because I want to stay in Austin and I want to have hands-on experience in the workforce. So I was like, I'm going to enroll at ACC. After I looked at all the program had to offer, I was like, this is an amazing program. Like, why are more people not enrolling in this? So I want to work in the fashion industry. I'm currently enrolled as a fashion marketing student. So that's the more business side of fashion. I'm not in the design program because that's not for me. But yes, I want to work in the fashion industry, and I don't know exactly what I want to do yet because originally I was like, I want to be a buyer and like everything that really interests me, like, and I knew what it would entail, like a lot of Excel spreadsheets, honestly. But I was like, I don't know. There's a lot after just taking classes here and getting to interact with the professors in the fashion program are so knowledgeable and they have so much experience and so much to offer that I was just like, there's so many more opportunities there than just being a buyer. So I'm not exactly sure yet, but we'll see. So.
You have an amazing future ahead of you.
Oh, thank
and
you.
We were talking earlier, and you said your favorite dual credit class was
macroeconomics. That's really funny because I struggled so hard through that class. I struggled so hard at the beginning, and towards the end, if everything finally clicked, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. You know, it's a lot of graphs and stuff, and once you get past that, and you finally begin to comprehend what all of that is. It's really cool to see how it actually like works in the real world and how like it's building off of all the other classes in the program. So yeah, but.
And so, if you could say one thing to the person who gave you the scholarship,
yes,
what would it be?
Thank you so much. You don't know what a blessing it was. I honestly didn't know if I was going to get a scholarship because when you look at my application, I don't have this big dramatic story or anything. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and they're all at home. They all homeschool, and so I am responsible for paying for my own college. And so, I mean, I work. ACC is very affordable. That's one of the reasons I chose it. But just not having that extra financial piece for those 2 semesters is just like, it's incredible. Like when I heard I got it, I literally called like 10 different people, and I was like, guys, you won't believe what happened. Like it was just amazing. Yes. So thank you so much. Yes.
And so, Jim, listening to Sophia's story,
I get
how does that
emotional
make you
again.
feel?
Yeah, it feels great, and our donors feel great. I mean, it's we were talking earlier, working at the same time, paying for your own college, and I know that even though it's it's affordable school, it's still a steep hill to climb for a lot of students, and so just a little bit of help can go a long way, and that makes our donors feel so good, and then it makes us who are out there trying to find donors feel really, really good. And I love hearing the stories. Love hearing about what the vision of your life's going to be, and how this may be the part that helps get you started down that path, accelerated down that path. It makes us feel really good, Dr. Rhodes. Really, really good.
And I'm gonna graduate with absolutely no debt either. That's a huge thing.
That's right. In this day and age, that's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely no debt. So.
Congratulations.
Sophia's actually a recipient of the first Boots and Bats scholarship too, which is super exciting. In 2018, the college hosted the first ever scholarship gala, and it was an evening to support scholarships for students. SpawGlass has been a big supporter of the gala too. This year we'll be having our second annual, the 2019 one, and meeting one of our scholarship recipients from the gala is exciting.
One of the things Sophia talked about was she's getting some experience as she's taking the classes, and it's, I think, about 80% of our students work while they're going to school, and putting together the experience, and you're able to work in the field, in the career pathway that you want to end up in. And Kirby, in your field of work, how important is that?
It's huge. Right now we have 2 interns from ACC over at the garage we're doing there. So we get the chance to meet the kids, see them, and they get us for a fit. And so that's so important for you, Sophia, those internships. You'll find companies that have kind of personalities are a little different. And so challenge you to go find some that you really like, and then you have a fit, and work's not work, it's fun. So,
and you're going to, ultimately, you want to own your own company?
That's not in the plan, but I have a passion for small businesses. I would love to work. I don't know if I'm going to continue to work with the company I'm currently at for forever, but I have a passion for small businesses. So I love to see just like how everything starts and how it grows. So I definitely think in the future, as I gain experience, I would love to help out small businesses and just, just be able to offer my experience and things like that would be amazing. Just the professors I've talked to and stuff, and the ones who do that, it's really incredible, and it seems very fulfilling for them to be able to see that growth.
So we are growing an entrepreneur
right here.
Right here at ACC.
I'm always curious whenever you meet students who are getting the support of scholarship dollars, what that means they're able to do now, because it's eliminating and alleviating some other financial burdens. So what is it affords you the opportunity to do?
For me, the scholarship, let me see. I don't work full time, so a lot of the money I'm putting aside from my job is honestly just going to living expenses and just car and all that fun stuff, all those fun adult responsibilities. But honestly, I have the opportunity to get involved with the community because I'm not having to work as many hours. So I volunteer with a couple of campus ministries at ACC Cypress and just things like that. Get involved with just different ministries throughout the week. And if I was working a full-time job and I had to worry about that money, I would definitely not be able to do that. So that's really big.
So Sophia is the exemplary ACC student. So not only is she learning and taking classes and working and getting the experience, but she's giving back to the community at the same time. And there's nothing more that we like to see than a student to receive scholarship money who actually believes in giving back. I mean, that's a part of your DNA, and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
How did you find out about scholarships? So if students are listening, what should they do?
Okay, so I was in my effective learning class, which is the core class you have to take when you start ACC, and we had Aisha from Student Money Management. She came in and was just talking to us about scholarships, and like I said earlier, I had applied for some online, and I'm like, there's so many people who apply for scholarships, like I was like, I'm not going to get one. But she just walked us through the steps on how to write an essay and how to fill that out and how to fill out FAFSA and all the stuff that goes along with that. And so that was, I honestly don't think I would have applied for one if it hadn't been for her, just to give that extra push. And it was part of the homework too, honestly. So I was like, oh, I have to do this. But then once it started, I was like, this isn't hard. This really, really is not hard. Like they don't expect you to write this super long essay about like this topic, and so it was just, I was surprised at how easy it was.
I'm glad to hear that. I think one of the important things for students to understand too, it's one application. It doesn't matter what the scholarship is. It's one application.
Yes.
You can do the process online right at the college website.
Yes.
Just in trying to make that as easy as possible for students. To your point, a lot of students need scholarships, and we don't have quite as much money as we always want to give everyone a scholarship. So congratulations on getting one, but if you're not asking for a scholarship, you should be as a student out there. There are funds available.
One of the great things about the foundation is, how many dollars did you give out in scholarships this past year?
This past year, we reached $1.3 million worth of scholarships, so it'll be over 700 students this year who will get a scholarship through the foundation. And then tens of thousands of dollars into the Student Emergency Fund as well that we talked about earlier, that helps get over that little financial bump you might have in the road to stay in school. Big year for our foundation, really big year. We thank Kirby and all of our donors because they've been so gracious again in helping us grow year over year. It's to be 15th year in a row we've grown the number and dollar of scholarships awarded to the college.
As the oldest of 5 children,
Yes.
I imagine your siblings are watching your journey too, and kind of
Yes.
figuring out what they're going to do next.
Absolutely. From the dual credit stuff, like we've already started talking to my younger siblings. One's 17, one's 15, one's 14, and one's 12. So we're all very close, and so they're all coming up on that. So just watching, like, okay, what did Sophie do with her application for dual credit, and when she got in there, like, how did you do this? And so it's just really cool to be able to help them with that. I've been helping them out my whole life, but yeah, but yeah, so it's really awesome, and I want that for them. I want them to know like what's available. Like I was telling Jim earlier, I was like, man, if I had known freshman year, like even 8th grade, you can start dual credit classes. I was like, that I could have already had my associate's degree and all this other stuff. So it'll be good that they can have that information.
You see people who have a passion to make a difference in our community, and who are there for that one purpose, and that is to help students achieve their dreams and make it the next step. And to be surrounded by those type of people, with that kind of a passion and that kind of a caring, because there's this phrase that's used a lot. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that you see through people who give through scholarship funds to our students, they are truly people who care. And they're committing the resources that they have to invest in lives like Sophie. Mm-hmm. So.
And, when you talk, and what's just exceptional is when we actually have some of our Board of Trustees meetings, and we have opportunities where we are presented with new endowments. And Jim, you talked about this, the amount that we've been able to see that grow over the years has been immense, and it's been incredible. What goes through your mind whenever you actually are hearing about yet another endowment coming for students?
I'm thinking about students like Sophia or others who may not thought they ever would have a chance to be able to go to college or be able to afford it, that they're going to get that opportunity. And we have a lot of donors. We have a $9.2 million endowment that grew out of nothing over time, and that's feeding new scholarships every year. And a lot of our donors like a personal connection with their scholarship recipient. It's a very confidential relationship, but a lot of our donors will host luncheons, they'll do internships, they'll do other creative ways to keep the linkage going, because they get that we talked about electricity, they get electric feedback as well about what what transformation's happening in a student's life. And I get this job's a wonderful job for me because I get to hear these stories a lot, and I get to visit a lot of the students as they're working maybe with a donor, et cetera, and you see this connection. You just know somebody's life's been changed. Not only the student's life, but the donor's life's been changed by the connection that gets made there. The Austin's Assistance League is a very good example of this, where not only do they provide money for scholarships, they provide mentors for the students, so they can go outside to college and get advice and counsel on life issues, or how to deal with just working and going to college, or dealing with their siblings and going to college. So it's a really rewarding experience. I could talk forever. So.
You know, one thing we didn't talk about is the benefit to the community. For the students who come out of ACC, you know, the students who come out of ACC really are the economic engine for the local economy, for the local community. And to see that in action really makes a difference. And people in the community see that, and they know that. And it just, you know, so scholarships are the fuel to that economic engine, which are our students going out into the workforce and making a difference.
I think you once told me 80% of the students at ACC end up staying in the community.
Yes.
So
I'll be one of those 80%.
But businesses and others who are donating to help scholarships are actually helping develop the community as a result of it. And that's a message we'd like to get out to our donors, is you're not just helping a student, you're helping the broader community as well.
Right.
It's an incredible opportunity. I appreciate everyone's time and perspective having this conversation on scholarships at Austin Community College. Jim, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you,
Again,
guys.
Jim Koerner, the chair of the ACC Foundation Board. Sophia Monetti, one of our scholarship recipients here at ACC, and Kirby Baird, the president of the Austin office of SpawGlass, one of our large donors for our scholarships at ACC. And of course, our present CEO, Dr. Richard Rhodes.
And of course, Jessica Vess. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for participating in the podcast. And I also want to say thank you, Kirby and Jim, for your passion and your commitment to seeing students succeed at ACC. And Sophia, we look for great things from you in the future.
Thank you.
This has been the Presence Podcast at Austin Community College. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for watching us on ACCTV. We'll catch you on the next one.